Backlash from both sides of the aisle. Speaker John Boehner, just newly reelected Speaker John Boehner, will let you know, agreeing to hold a vote tomorrow for the first part of the Sandy relief bill. But one congressman who represents much of New Jersey's damaged coastline is furious about the issue, saying Sandy aid could have been a great example of bipartisanship for Congress. Republican Representative LoBiondo joins me now. Representative Frank LoBiondo from Capitol Hill. Thank you so much for making it to our show. Really appreciate it, Congressman.
Sure. Thanks for having me on.
So tell me a little bit more behind the scenes in your role and your part and how you helped convince now newly reelected Speaker John Boehner to, in fact, hold this vote on the Sandy relief package.
Well, we in the delegation, our Governor Christie, Governor Cuomo, Mayor Bloomberg, Republicans and Democrats, we all understood that we had a commitment and we had a deal that after the fiscal cliff vote that we would, in fact, be voting on the Sandy relief bill.
But I understand that you really got into it with the Speaker. It resulted in an actual shouting match. Did it get that heated?
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm going to comment that we needed a result, that after Katrina, there was $60 billion that was released within 10 days. And we have people that are hurting. We have people whose lives were ripped apart. We have people who have lost everything. We have people who are pinning their hopes on the federal government coming in and doing what they've done for every other disaster community across the country. And now we're at a desperate stage.
I want to ask you if you just voted for Speaker of the House Boehner in his reelection.
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, so obviously you were pleased with the decision for him to turn around and hold a vote today. I'm sorry, the relief stuff to now.
Yes, the speaker turned it around in less than 24 hours. He met with us. He gave us his commitment. He gave us his promise. The first stage of this is tomorrow. The second stage is on January 15th. And it can't come any too soon for our people who are suffering badly.
How are things in Atlantic City and the Jersey Shore? Your constituents, is life becoming anywhere close to normal yet?
Well, it's getting better, but there's so many components to the aid package that are dependent on this supplemental. We're a tourism-based economy. We're $40 billion in tourism over the course of a year. I represent about 40% of the state and a good chunk of the Jersey Shore. Our beach communities aren't going to have a summer, which will be a disaster on a disaster if we can't get this aid flowing for the Army Corps of Engineers and the other agencies that are going to help put us back together. So this is pretty dramatic and it's pretty intense.
So is this aid going to be enough? Are you able to rely on other relief agencies, private charities, et cetera?
Well, the aid that will come in the second part of this on January 15th will be enough. It will help us to have our individuals, our businesses, our communities to get back on their feet and to rebuild, and that's what we need right now, and that's what everybody else has been given when they've had a disaster.
All right, so we're just coming off the deal to avoid the fiscal cliff. We're approaching now the negotiation to raise the debt ceiling. Where do you stand, Congressman, on the spending cuts that are so desperately needed to rein in our budget, which obviously didn't happen in the fiscal cliff deal?
Well, we have to do it. I'm committed to doing it. I think most of my colleagues are committed to doing it. I think most of the country is understanding and committing to doing it. And I know we're going to have a package in the next couple of weeks that will be initiated in the House and sent to the Senate that we can hopefully start to get our arms around this problem.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Congressman Frank LoBiondo of New Jersey, representing Atlantic City. Appreciate you updating us on the situation there for your constituents.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we have more breaking news right now. We want